AI headquarters in Bangalore, Karnataka. I'm here today with Gokul. He's doing some tremendous work. OG Dev, appreciate it so much. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, Gokul, and your Web3 journey.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. So, as you said, my name is Gokul. So, I've been into crypto since a bit. I think it's around 11 years now. I've joined in 2015 actually, get into Bitcoin. And from that time on, the journey was bit too much for me. So, I collaborated with a lot of projects, including some notable one is Sea Lightning. For the Lightning, I was part of the team actually. Then a couple of other projects also. So in my lifetime, I think I worked collaboratively with almost 30 plus projects. Out of that, almost 12 or 13 is actually live and trading right now, active. And around 2021, I took a short gap. So my family settled in Dubai. So we moved to there. So for 2 years, I didn't do anything. From 2023, again, I actually jumped back into the entire crypto, not just crypto, but entire working stuff. So yeah, it's going in a tremendous way. Actually, I was able to actually work with some of the top tier class, not just in crypto, but overall,
Okay,
from
sweet.
medium companies to institution. Actually, I mean something that's proud to me. So I've been actually worked with IQVA. IQVA is one of the US largest medical infrastructure. So we made a POC with them back in 2018 on Hyperledger. So
Okay.
it's a very big journey, man. So proud actually.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell us a little bit more about the problem that you're specifically looking to solve right now.
Exactly. So the problem in terms, I think 2 or 3 months before. So my wife is my wife and pet is actually living. So why my wife is bored out of shit, so she don't have anything to do. So I actually suggest her to work on Polymarket. It's very interesting stuff. So just use Polymarket. It's so easy. So she actually started to use it, and she came up with something very interesting that there is too much market. I mean, too much stuff is happening. So and she's actually losing money also. A lot of money she's losing. So actually I started this as a bot to make her journey more easier. Then over the time, I have seen a crucial thing that the market number is overwhelmingly high. As of right now, every day around 1,200 market is newly created market is joining just in Polymarket alone. Now you take Kalashi, Opinion Market, Jupiter, Radium, Phantom, you are going to see somewhere between 5K to 7K active market joining every day. If there is good season like NFL season is live, EFL season is live, then you'll be seeing the prediction bet newly market created overall somewhere between in one day around 5,000 to 7,000. That gives you on a monthly basis, you are looking at somewhere between 38,000 to 50,000 market are there. So for a normal users, it's fucking impossible to filter out all these 30,000 market using. You know what I'm saying? You go to Polymarket, most of the general user will bet what they are seeing in the first screen, or if some of the friend is sharing, if the bet is sharing, or they will do try copy trading, whatever shit. So there is a real issue here because the prediction market is the next meta. It is I see in this way, like similarly how we see the NFT and ENS. Most probably we are going to see a lot of prediction market in the coming months. I think around 15 is standby around this month and next month. We are going to see new 15 prediction market that's started by not just startup but very high tech people also. I mean, very established people are also joining.
For sure.
So the boom of prediction market is really getting extremely high. That means, for a normal user,
Mhm.
figuring out which bet, because we are putting money, right? When you're making a prediction, we are actually betting in terms of the money. So
Right.
there is no way to figure out what exactly where should I put the money, because so overwhelming talk. When you talk about mem coins right now, we have fucking 2 million or 3 million tokens alive. Users general consumers don't know which token they want to buy. It's same similarly in prediction market, we don't know because the outcome varies. Outcome actually depend upon the real time. So when we do an analysis, we found that out of the all existing market, this is something that we have done personally. Out of the all existing market in poly market alone, 79.6% of the bid will only result in no. So the market exists, but the narrative changes. Some news comes, some new delta happen, then completely the market changes. So until the resolution, the last 12 hours of resolution, the
Mhm.
bet keeps on changing. So there is a really bit inconsistency is happening here. So this is how we actually thought of working something. So the name is actually decided very later. So earlier it was just a bot that scans the market and give us update on Telegram only.
Right.
Then actually I shared it with a couple of my friends in Dubai. Actually, they are into poly market and they found it very interesting because it was effective for them. Because they don't have time to look in through all these 5,000 or 7,000 market. If
Of course. Who
somebody is
does?
giving, yeah, somebody is giving us a shorter list of 10 market or 5 market, they would be willingly, they can
Right.
use it. But again, the problem was to backtest is we, because people are putting and trusting them and putting us and willing the money and trading it their own. We are not a copy trading platform. We don't touch money. We are just giving them the signals. On top of the signals, we built some additional stuff, that is the chat interface that allows anyone to directly talk to the chat. Any bet, whatever bet you think, you can just copy the Polymarket URL, and you will be able, you are talking continuously with the chat. So whenever the price action is happening, whenever some news is happening, the agent will automatically update. So this actually give rise to Sigma. Sigma, as I told earlier, is just a oracle for prediction market that actually follows structural discipline. It doesn't follow what the crowd is telling. It doesn't follow if 10x account is following. No, no, no. It actually filter out the chance. Usually, the how Sigma works, I will just give you a quick update. Sigma, in every 4 hours, Sigma scans 30,000 market. Out of this 30,000 market, Sigma will pick the first 1,000 market that Sigma thinks, oh, this matters. Then out of this 1,000 market, only the user get maybe 10 products. So remaining 999 outcomes we are scrapping away, and we only pick the 10 which has the highest possibility to make money. So very simply, this is Sigma. So how
Okay.
it came? Yeah, we are using a lot of mathematic probabilities. Bayesian curve is there, deltas is there. So we are picking from multiple sources. We are taking the news, and the agent is calculating, comparing every time. And then after all this process, in every 4 hours, users will get a sort of list of market. This is just one part of Sigma. Now it's completely free. We have no plan to implement any free, but even though a lot of people have approached us, I didn't expect it to be honestly to blow out this, but over the last we launched live on public on January 7th, so this is the 10th day, actually January 17th. So till this time we got almost close to 20 result from people asking us to personally give them, because they found it very useful.
Okay.
So that's why I actually come up with Siren, because Ashish is also one of my associates. I have some connection with Ashish. Then Ashish suggests let's do, because Siren is actually one of the biggest way to get into the community rather than burning our own self. Because I have experience with launching projects. I associate with a lot of projects. As I said, with many of them is live right now. So this is not something I am building to, what do we call it? Building for the institution or to pro con traders, but normal for normal users who don't want to spend hours in filtering out the market. We are giving them a product that's called Sigma. It's just an agent
Very nice.
that knows the poly market very well,
Mhm.
not through the surface level information, but it does a lot of calculation in the backend. And finally,
Fair.
we are making more user friendly prediction experience. Yeah,
Yeah, that's delightful. Gokul, why don't you go ahead and share your screen?
absolutely,
Obviously,
man.
sounds sweet, but I want to see what it actually looks like and how it
Absolutely,
really helps people
it's my
who aren't so familiar with prediction markets and those who are, but need some signal, need some alpha into what they should be placing funds on.
absolutely. Won't give me 1 second. Is my screen visible? No, I
Sure.
don't think so.
Um,
Yeah,
there it
it's coming.
just popped up. Oh, I think it went away really quick.
Okay, one more time. Hmm. What for now?
Yep, now we're in.
Yeah, yes.
Cool. Yeah,
So
walk us
again,
through it.
website is not not something that is so much complexity or anything, because this is something very minimal. We don't have much UA to show, much animation or anything. It's just a normal website that tells us what exactly it does. So our main highlight, I say, tell is detect structural edge. So many market out of the existing market, this is not bluffing. Out of the all existing market right now, 79.5% of the market will only resolve to no. So this is something that many of the poly market people don't know. That things like if they say a bet, they will say, oh, yes or no. But the system is made in a way in which 79.6% of all existing millions of market will ends in no only. So this is why structural edge is our prime USP, that agent won't speak unnecessarily. Agent will only provide output if he finds some kind of delta variation in somewhere. Maybe it's a news, maybe let's say for example we are tracking an NFL game. So if at the team there is maybe one guy got injured, that's a delta. So injury means the probability of that team winning actually slightly decreased, right? So in real time, actually Sigma will synthesize these edges, these deltas, and calibrate it accordingly and provide a further confidence. So we are actually fetching APIs from close to 6 or 7 different. That includes sports, real-time news, global war APIs are there. Then stock market APIs is there, along with crypto also. So other than this part, we will have heavily using Grok and ChatGPT also. GPT-5 is also used. So the structural edge is actually fed to these LLM to get a more finalized, or more finality range of output. So the basics, as I said, is not a Sigma is not a trading board. It is not something that actually trades automatically. No, Sigma don't gives much of signals. It's very limited. Per day, maybe 10 signals. So out of that 10 signals is coming from actually 20,000 market. So even if Sigma scans, we can scale it up to scan 50,000 market. But again, we will generate a lot of backend logs. That's why we reduce it up to 10,000 or 20,000 market. So at a time, it would scan maybe 10,000 bet. And out of this 10,000, it will only result final maybe 4 or 5 or 7. So for example, I will show you, this is the signal that is scanned in the last, right now it is 6:40 here. So it maybe mostly this scan is done in the last 2 p.m. So right now, after the scan is done, Sigma is giving an out, for example, let's open. So will the Indiana, will JD Vance win the 2028 Republican presidential nomination? So the market is giving us 51%, but Sigma thinks no, it should be 85. So the edge is the difference between these two. So you can write, but it is a long horizon bet actually, because this bet keeps 2028 to resolve. So this is just one, because we are not filtering out anything, which is we are just showing as it is right now.
Right.
So similarly, every 4 hours, market will display these executable trades in which public can actually follow. The loading is showing because every time the UA is actually fetching from backend in real time. That's why it's a loading sign is showing here. So these are the system status. It will all qualify 10 deeply analyze. Out of that 10, only 4 trade is found. This means this 4 trade is sure shot on 100%. The user don't need to further vet this bet, because already we are providing why we think this bet would work. There is proper reason for also. So this will be the public or almost every day. I think almost from the last 10 days, we'll be getting almost close to 30 to 40 trades in the last 10 days, and the win rate was close to 78.9%, close to 80%. It's too high actually. We are doing a little bit fine tuning to make it 100%.
Yeah,
So we are making
but that's very good, very legit.
That's a very good actually. So
Yeah.
then the primary project or primary USP would be the ask Sigma anything about any Polymarket bet. You can just paste a Polymarket link. I will show you something. And the agent would actually in real time fetch from our backend and analyze, fetch from the Polymarket and analyze from through our Sigma, and gives user a real time bet, whether you need to trade now or just maybe wait for a few days and just trade it, in that way. So that this actually gives any trader. Furthermore, let's try with one trade. So I'm asking one trade. I just copied a URL from Polymarket. The question is, who will Trump nominate as a Fed chair? So we'll just asking Sigma and we'll see what Sigma is telling. So ask Sigma anything about a Polymarket bet. Along with bet, you can ask user. So if you have a user valid ID, you just can paste it and you can see the result is here. So this is the result. This agent real time fetched the market from Polymarket. So let's, Polymarket is actually showing how much it's around showing 56% possibilities are there. Okay, let's check what our agent is telling. So first thing is, first the market actually resolve, check the rules first, because in many Polymarket rules major cornerstone, right? Because most of the people doesn't bother to check the rules, read through the
Of
rules,
course not.
because they just blindly bet it. Fuck it, they just bet it. So right now we are actually, the agent is actually treating rule as primary, because it goes to the rule, especially check what is the rules telling, and then the resolution criteria also. Then it will category based on it. It is general category, the timeline, end date. This is the date, the bet in end. Days remaining is around 348 days is there. So market outs, this is the correct. Sigma thinks around 2%, 58% confidence. Other than market is right now trading as 56%, but Sigma is telling no, it should be 58. That means in the coming days, it would be at 58. So this is the overall idea of why the agent, even there is a reason why the agent think also. There is factor breakdown. You can, if you scroll down, you can see factor breakdown. News impact is minus 10. Negative news pressure is there. It doesn't find any structural factors or behavior bias. Time
Very in depth. On the
Very
analytics
in depth,
there.
actually very in
Yeah,
depth.
amazing.
Very in depth. It gives the market stat of liquidity, position to 24-hour volume. So Sigma is recommending to buy S. Confidence is 85%. Confidence is Sigma gain. So it also gives the entry, stop loss, time horizon, and the reasoning also. Kevin Wash nomination notes have surged to 48. It basically gives everything. News source is there. Then the historical contrast is there. You see, this was based on the past. Will Trump win 2024 election? Outcome is yes. Final odds. Similarly, it just gives a final complete information about a single bet. So this is what the primary feature. A lot of features. A lot of users have actually requested to. Personally, they want something to maybe as a made as a bot, because this is something as a Polymarket user. If I am getting this, then I don't need to ask about anything. I don't need to look what the crowd is telling. Rather than I can just directly ask to Sigma if Sigma is giving further input regarding something that human eyes miss. Obviously miss, because on average, as I told you, there is 1,300 bets is on a minimal day coming. So out
Right.
of this, filtering it out, figuring it out, betting it is like a big gamble for user. Now the second one more thing we added is the user wallet address. If you have a wallet address of any Polymarket users, then you can just paste it here, and it would give a complete insight of your portfolio. Whether you personally trade, then you can try it out with your portfolio. So you will see this is a wallet ID. I just checked it. Get from Polymarket. So Sigma wallet balance is there. Performance, total position, total trade, realized P&L is not so. Unrealized is minus 5,000. Total volume. Then you have top market by what all users was trading. Then Sigma thinks, okay, the trader needs some improvement. Risk profile is moderate. So then the AA agent actually.
Oh, looks like we lost Gokul for a second. We'll try to pull him back really quickly. Gokul, you there? Gokul, you there?
Yeah, there was some network issue. I don't know suddenly what happened. Network went out.
Oh, no worries,
Yeah.
no worries.
No way.
Cool.
So it actually gives a complete insight of even trade. If you are a trader, what you will get a portfolio score, grade D. You have to do this to increase your performance. Reduce your trade time. So overall, this is entirely Sigma. I don't have anything else to say, but this is the overall plan.
Very
So
cool.
moving onward from right now, our plan is to make a basket. You can see basket that we would actually trade the token suggested by Sigma. It would show here. So this basket is coming. It's coming soon. That means the holders who are holding our Sigma token will get a profit share perpetually based on the agent trade, because if community is trusting, means we have to give them something back. So this is the overall idea related to the token also. So if any Sigma holder is holding a token, then he is eligible to uh, get a fee, not that much, but perpetually on the basis of token. If you are holding X amount of Sigma token in your wallet, then you will be getting some profit based on the basket trading. So basket trading is not live yet. It will be live post token launch. Similarly, we have analytics here. We have backtesting, visualization, and overall entire stuff that needed for prediction market. So right now it is completely integrated with Polymarket. By late early February, maybe it will be integrated with Kalashi. Then going onward, we will be most probably integrated with whatever open APIs or publicly available data points are available. So the whole plan is to entirely build a layer on top of all prediction market, so that even developers can come and use our intelligence insight to further trade or further build any agents or trading bots or whatever. So we
Absolutely.
provide JSON data as APIs, so anyone can actually use that. So this is the
Yeah.
overall. I think I
So cool.
almost
Stay
said
tuned
everything.
for prediction markets. What LLMs are you using?
Right now we are using Grok and ChatGPT 5.4. These are the both using that, not 100% doing. There are situations in which if something happened means LLM won't be available. Let's say there is some AP issues. Let's say there is some updates happening.
Mhm.
So there is a backup mechanism also. It's not 100% using, but we are using dual. One is Grok and one is ChatGPT. Along with that, we have hard code mathematic probabilities also included. If there is no LLM available, then based on the past result and based on the query from Tavily is the main news source we are getting, Tavily and Yahoo. So if there is no LLM available, then the agent would be completely depending upon the mathematics, the historical, and the feedbacking along with the Tavily and Yahoo.
Okay, very cool. Anything else you want to note on the product roadmap?
No man, I think I shared everything. I'm just looking forward to make it live and let everyone use it, because we are getting overwhelming result on everywhere. People are messaging on DMing, try to use up. So yeah, I'm too happy actually. That's it. Nothing
That's
else.
awesome. Very cool. And talk to us a little bit about the token utility.
Token utility. So right now I shown you the chat part. So the chat will be paid. So paid means to users who are holding this Siren or not Siren and Sigma token, they will be able to actually spend their token. Partially it will go burned and partially it will go again to the basket. So you will be only able to access this agent, this chat option. You will be able to only access if you are holding our token, and you have to spend that token also. We are not adding any Solana, we are not adding any fiat for time being. It would be completely limited to Sigma and Siren. So you can spend Siren also. Users who are using spending this token will be able to act similar to how you are getting paid ChatGPT maybe per month $15, right? $20. Similarly, users have to pay a monthly or based on the tokens they are using, based on the threads. You can, if you are holding maybe 50 Solana or 50 Sigma tokens, then that can be used maybe for 5 interrogation, 5 market fetching. So this is the overall, just that's the minimal utility. I'm not explaining the lot of utility or no staking or anything. That all comes later. It's what community is deciding, right? So the current utility is you can only run this interrogation part of bets and users if you are a holder of this token. That's the first utility. Second part would be you need to spend that in here only, right? Then third would be as long as you are holding this Sigma token, then you will be eligible from the basket. Basket is, it's actually basket. So the basket means where actually agent automatically trade for every approach, and after every approach the profit will be distributed between these holders. So these are the only plan. Then there is a plan to form a DAO. That all is actually future. I'm not exaggerating a lot of there is no need actually, that comes later. But the whole plan is to make a DAO on top of it, whether you can actually use and multiple community opinions and output can be calibrated. And also token is much needed for developers. We are actually provided JSON APIs. JSON APIs, yeah, we actually provide JSON APIs for developers to build on top of it, but they need to pay in Sigma token. So it's a completely token gated. There won't be any fiat gateway. There won't be any credit card. We are not even accepting Solana. So it's completely token based. Only you with Solana, only with Sigma, you will be able to access the chat option. All option is public. It's free. If it is executable signal, then there will be market outlook signal which are rejected. Those three are continuously and perpetually accessed to the public out of free. There is no fees or anything is needed. As long as the project survive, as long as there is a community, anyone will be able to view and bet accordingly. But if you want to get some result out of it, if you are I'm a user but I don't want to trade, I don't want to use, then I just want some profit, then best option would be you buying the token, because ultimately whoever holding the token will be eligible for the basket reward and on every approach. Yes.
Gotcha. Very cool. Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Gokul. It's been super informative. Very, amazing platform. Super cool stuff. I really think
I
it's like
mean,
doing for prediction markets. So awesome.
it means a lot. It means a lot, man. Actually, I've been following for a while, but I couldn't get an opportunity to talk to you in bit. I'm sure we will definitely meet in coming weeks. Yeah.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so
Cool.
much.
All
Cool,
right.
man.
Later. Bye now.
All right, bro.